Good morning and happy Wednesday. It is September 14th and I am excited to be here with you today. Let's make sure we're live. We are good. Okay. All right. I hope you had a good day yesterday. I did. I was able to visit one of my daughters who's having a little health problem, but she's doing great. So that was very nice to spend some time with her. So let's go over yesterday's devotional. Let me pull it up here. So yesterday was, where is it written at? Where do I have it written? Did I forget to write down? Oh, Psalm 27. There you go. Psalm 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. So I found this graphic online. All I did was Google the Lord is my light, and this came up, and I thought it was really cool. So I traced it, and I just put the video online so that you could see how I traced it and did it. And then I went ahead and put it right in here. So that's what I did for that. This picture. I saw some of you posted yours yesterday, which was awesome. I saw some really neat designs that you guys did, and I saw some of you that just simply write the words, and that is totally fine. In fact, that's fantastic. That's the most important part, guys. I just want you to remember that the writing, the praying while you're writing, the preparing while you're writing, getting into it, getting into the scripture, that's the important part. The drawings, the pictures, the tracing, the gluing things on, that's secondary. That is just for fun. That's just to make your pages look prettier. And that's why I do it that way. That's why I call mine a faith journal. It's not all about the drawing. It's more about expressing your faith and sharing your faith. Okay? All right, that's how I do it. That doesn't mean you have to. However you decide you want to do your journals is totally up to you. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get in today's scripture. Today is the 14th, so it is Acts 27:25, and it says, "So keep up your courage, men, for I have faith in God that it will happen just as he told me." So, chapter 27 of Acts. This is the story of when Paul was a prisoner on the ship on its way to Rome. Two of his Christian friends were with him, Luke and, I hope I get this right, Aristarchus. So they had begun the trip, but they were going really slow because there was really a lot of strong winds and they kept losing time. So at one port, whenever it was getting bad, Paul advised the officers of the ship that they should not continue. It was dangerous. The winter season was upon them, and they should stop and stay there and start out again in the spring. But they wouldn't listen to him. They went on. So then they had these fierce winds that came. They called them a nor'easter. And they thought for sure that the ship was going to be lost. They started throwing everything overboard just to lighten the ship. But Paul had been praying to God. And God had told him and assured him that although the ship was going to be lost, everybody on board was going to be saved and that Paul would reach Rome. Now, Paul is a natural leader, so he immediately took control of the situation in spite of him being the prisoner. He had no problem telling them that they should have listened to him in the first place. The passage right before today's verse told us that an angel of the Lord had come to Paul and told him that they would not perish and that Paul would stand trial before Caesar and that everybody on board was going to be safe. It was like he was saying to the officers, "I told you so." But he needed them to understand that he had divine knowledge from God and he knew that they would be okay. And God did keep his promise, and he got them to Rome. And the only way to explain how a prisoner could take charge in that situation is that the others saw in Paul the workings of God's blessings. We have so much tremendous power when people pray, when they are people of faith. God does amazing things for us, but we need to ask him. God's right there. He's ready to grant us our prayers. But sometimes we feel that we're just simple people waiting to get to heaven and let whatever happen just happen. But the scripture tells us not to do it that way. God is intimately involved in everything around us, and he has great control over everything and everyone. And in this scripture, because of one man's prayer, the lives of 250 people were saved. A storm could be coming your way right now. It could be happening to us right now. I know a lot of you in the prayer request on Monday said that you're going through storms. We can't predict them. We can't run away from them. But we can navigate through them by the power and the presence of God. Storms are going to come, but we can draw close to God through them and emerge stronger and bolder in our faith because of them. I hope that this has helped you this morning to understand some of the storms that we do go through. If you're watching right now, I see a couple of you are on. Let me know what your thoughts are of today's message, and make sure that you like the video so that we know that you have watched it. I am not sure what I'm going to do with today's scripture this morning, so I'm going to have to do some looking through for some ideas for some drawings that I want to do. But I'll post them later, okay? Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a very blessed day.